Welcome to the channel. My name is Patrice. Today we're going to finish off the X lives and X deaths of Wolverine. Since both of these stories in the back end sort of overlap, we are going to cover them together, and also because they're written by the same writer. Things really go off the rails in both stories, but at least for me, they stick the landing. So we start off with Wolverine jumping through the timeline. He's actually trying to save Xavier's bloodline. Mikhail, who is like the main villain to the X Lives story, is hell-bent on trying to stop Xavier from creating Krakoa. So he had sent the essence and consciousness of Omega Red to the past. So we had Wolverine and Omega Red just fighting over and over again through time. So we get some pretty crazy situations. Even Omega Red possessing Wolverine himself and having like this ultimate knockdown drag-out battle with Sabretooth. Then we get another scenario where we have Wolverine actually rocking a Clintar symbiote. So I guess this is a reference to a Donny Cates story arc in the Venom run. The thing is that Omega Red fails every single time, to the point that he returns to the present day, and we get this fantastic interaction between Omega Red and Mikhail, where we have Colossus's brother just scold Omega Red, tell him he's a failure. And Omega Red's like, what the hell, man? We're working together. Like, this is not just my failure. But the thing is that the main focus of Percy is on the fact that Omega Red sort of snaps because he's tired of being just a weapon, that he has no agency. That Mikhail just used him, that he knew that Omega Red had always gunned for taking vengeance on Wolverine. And since he didn't get his way, he has decided just to teleport out of reality, taking his army with him, leaving Omega Red behind, because he knows that the Krakoan mutants are not far behind. So the thing is that Wolverine comes knocking pretty quickly, and we get like this definitive battle between Wolverine and Omega Red, which it's really brutal. You know, in this battle, I have like one little gripe, that Wolverine is able to just hack and slash into Omega Red pretty easily. I had the impression that Omega Red's skin was really tough to cut into, even though Wolverine has adamantium claws. That the first time he appeared in the early X-Men Jim Lee run, Wolverine and Omega Red had fought for a couple days, and Wolverine had barely scratched him. He ends up finishing off Omega Red, and he is able to recuperate the Cerebro sword just in time, because this is going to be a pretty important MacGuffin for the X-Deaths story arc. So Wolverine returns to Krakoa just in time for the attack of Moira McTaggart. She had turned on the mutant nation, and she's trying to get her hands on Forge's depowering gun to see if she can reverse engineer it and get her powers back. So we get the origins of Omega Wolverine. So this is a Wolverine from one of Moira's futures. She had infected him with the Phalanx virus because the Phalanx had come calling to Earth to assimilate all of its population into its collective. But when she did this, she had no idea that Wolverine had a time machine implanted into his skull by Forge. So this led to Wolverine traveling to the past to try to stop Moira and her crusade. So we had left off with Omega Wolverine actually getting to his side, Laura Kinney, Dakin, and Gabby. They have all joined forces to go back to Krakoa and try to stop Moira. But when they try to do this, what happens is that Moira X had already got her hands on Forge's depowering gun, and she blasts Omega Wolverine with it. So what happens is, now he doesn't have his healing factor anymore, and the Phalanx takes over, so this is going to be real bad news. And here I have another small gripe, because I thought the Phalanx could not assimilate mutants. That's why in the first big story arc with the Phalanx, they were hell-bent on trying to capture all the mutants and keep them in one place. Now that aside, before Omega Wolverine was blasted, he was able to give Moira a killing blow. But now he's just pure Phalanx, and he wants to infect the Cerebro files to start the process of infecting all of Krakoa. So now we get the showdown between present-day Wolverine and Phalanx Wolverine. Logan is rocking the Cerebro sword that has been tweaked by Sage, that when Wolverine stabs, Phalanx Wolverine, it actually unleashes this virus that kills him off. So Wolverine does save the day, but we discover in the last pages that even though Moira was killed, she had uploaded her consciousness in another android. This was set up earlier in the X-Deaths story. It's very convoluted, but the thing is, but now we have Evil Moira 2.0 ready to wreak havoc with Krakoa. But for now, we're going to leave this video here. I hope you guys like it. See you guys next time. Bye.